All right, this is the brother Aisha Yar coming back at you with another lesson. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstone, which I learned is true from. Honors to you elders and brothers out there pushing this word through the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the aqua that's listening and learning. Today, I want to get into a topic talking about doing the work is very important, okay? And what I mean by doing the work is going down into the highways and the byways, uploading videos, so then we can wake up the elect, man. You know, you can have this truth and everything like that, and you can live by this truth, but it's very important to spread this word, so then we can wake up the elect, man. So then that way, you know, we can get up out of here, because if you hold this truth to yourself, man, you have a lot of blood on your hands, man, because the point of prophecy and the point of going out to teach is to warn people. So if we have this knowledge, man, we got to spread this knowledge to everyone. And you know, and it's just not for the elect either. It is to condemn this place as well, man. You know, we got to warn all of Jake, you know. We got to warn the 2/3. So then when these things happen, they can't say that they never heard of these things. Now it's going to happen. They can't say that they don't know what to do when these things happen. You know, it's very important to go into the highways and the byways as well, man, because it is work, you know. It's and it makes you look even more serious, and it's kind of like a safe zone as well, because you know, if you just focus on doing videos, you know, it might be a little bit more difficult to get the word out there. And you know, Esau got control of YouTube and other platforms and so forth and so on. He could delete your videos, and then you have to start from scratch a lot of times because he don't like what you're saying or whatever. But when you on the streets, man, you can't delete that, man. This is face to face, you know, in your face. What's the word I'm looking for? Action, man. You know, you can't delete real time, man. You know, you walk past the camps on the streets, man. You know, you can actually stand there, you know, break bread, ask questions, and then the camps break things down. And then at the same time, they condemn this place, man. You know? So it's very important for brothers who's in the know to go out to the highways and the byways, man. So like you, when you can, you know. Certain brothers might have different conditions or situations where they probably can't go out every Saturday like the majority of the camps. But, you know, you can always go up to other brothers within that camp, be like, well, if you really are serious about it, you can be like, hey, man, well, you know, I'm free on these days. Is it a couple of brothers or a brother that can help me out, you know, and we can go out into the highways and the byways on this day or so forth. And, you know, Yahweh Ratazah, man, you know, you'll be able to do that, man. You know, brothers will help you out, so then you can help, you know, put your 2 cents in so you can push the word, man. You know? Then, like the scripture I'm going to get, you got to make yourself a living sacrifice, you know? You got to, when you go out to those streets, man, you present yourself as a living sacrifice, because you never know what can break out. You know, a lot of things can break out because you are condemning this place, you know? So people might walk past and they might not like what you're teaching, you know? A lot of people look at it as hate speech. Other people look at it as a threat, you know, and everything like that. And even our own people would be like, man, you know, come up against you, start cursing you out or whatever and everything like that, because they don't like what they hearing. You might tell them something wrong about themselves, you know, and Jake don't like that. Jake don't like being pointed out, you know. So you might tell them something like, yeah, you got to stop doing this, stop doing that, and they'll get upset. They'll get upset, man, you know. But, you know, you just got to prepare yourself for that. And that's why going out into the streets, man, is very important, man. Because, you know, you'll run into a lot of different people, man. You ain't got to worry about people just going on their phone or on YouTube and then trying to look for the truth, you know. But even though YouTube and everything like that is a great way, you know, to keep the word going, to spread the word even further, because now you can share these videos and then that video can go from place to place, you know. So it's kind of like it both goes hand in hand, man. You got to do both. You got to do whatever you can so you get the word out there. So let's go right to the scriptures, man, you know. once you get a understanding of the word, man, you know, and you feel like you're ready, the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, will allow you to go out there, man, and help. You know, you never know what your position might be. You know, you might be a person to hold the camera, you might be a sign holder, you know, you might be a person to read a lot, but you can help speak a little bit, or you might be a precept master. You know, you might be a great speaker, but you know scriptures off the top really well. Excuse me, Salakia. You know, the Most High will put you in a position so you can be a part of that, man. You know, Lord willing. So we're gonna get Ecclesiasticus, Sirach 11 and 15. It says, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the law are of the Lord. Love and the way of good works are from him. Error and darkness had their beginning together with sinners, and evil shall wax old with them that glory therein. The gift of the Lord remaineth with the godly, and his favor bringeth prosperity forever. There is that waxeth rich by his wariness, and pinching, and this is the portion of his reward. Whereas he said, I have found rest, and now will eat continually of my goods. And yet he knoweth not what time shall come upon him, and that he must leave those things to others and die. Be steadfast in thy covenant, and be conversant therein, and wax old in thy work. See that? Wax old in thy work, man. What is the work? Teaching his word, man. Going down to the highways and the byways, man. You know, spreading his knowledge as much as you can. You know, you might be on Facebook. You know, you might have a little page on there. You know, because people love to be on Facebook. You know, things like that. Hey, you can share posts on there so people can read. You know, on the go or something like that. See a quick video on the go from Facebook, and they don't feel like going to YouTube, then, you know, you had the videos uploaded on YouTube that people can look at, you know. And then, man, it brings a stronger presence too when you're on the highways and the byways, because when you look at the sit downs, man, you know, they feel like sit downs. It feels like a classroom, you know, which is nothing wrong with that, you know, because now you're getting the breakdowns of these scriptures, man, because you're getting different topics from different brothers. But when you see those videos uploaded with the camps, it's a whole different vibration, you know, because now you're seeing them on those streets, and you're seeing how serious they are. You know, you'll see them, you know, pedestrians walking past and everything, all kind of people, and you know, and they're not afraid to speak this word, man. They're not afraid to condemn this place. They're not afraid to tell you what's to come of this place, and they're not afraid to yell at the top of their lungs and telling you to repent before it's too late, man. That's what you're supposed to do. Is a whole different vibration. When you see that, man, you be like, man, it's a powerful spirit. That's why, you know, it's very important for you to go out to those streets once you learn this word, man. You know, that's the, you know, hey, that's this point blank to the period, man. So we're gonna stay in the same book, and we're gonna go to chapter 24, verse 22. It says, he that obeyeth me shall never be confounded, and they that work by me shall not do amiss. See, this is a thing where when you do the work, man, you gain more knowledge, and wisdom and understanding, man. You know, and then doing this work would prove your faith as well, you know. And Yahweh Ratazah, man, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai will look after you, because he's seeing you upload the videos. He's seeing you go out to the highways and the byways. He's seeing you live your everyday life trying to follow commandments, statutes, and laws. You know, he's seeing that you're trying to be sincere. You're trying to be in this truth, man. And like I said, Lord willing, man, he'll look out for you. You won't be confounded, neither will you be amiss. You know, Yahweh Ratazah, man, you'll be part of that elect. Why? Because you was out here doing the work, man. You got to, you know, it's very important for you to do the work. Now, there's going to be certain brothers who's going to be saved who wasn't pushing the word. That's where the 1/3 comes from, you know. It's going to be the 144,000. It's going to be the 1/3. You know, they might know the truth and everything like that, but the spirit might be on them to not take the chip when that time come. They stayed in the spirit or whatever. You know, until then, you know, following the Sabbaths or whatever the case may be. But at the same time, man, hey, you know, Just like the other brothers at GMS say, man, we always push to be like, hey, man, you know, try to get your knowledge up, man, so you can teach this word, you know? And that's a better thing for you, you know, because once you get to the point where you're ready to teach this word, that means you came to a greater understanding for yourself, you know? You pushed your mind to another limit. Now you're just not on one level. You're like, oh, okay, now when people ask questions, you can answer them because you're like, man, okay, now I got the breakdowns of these books, and now I can put my 2 cents in and be like, okay, cool, this is this and that is that, you know? So doing this work, man, you know, saying, like I said, Yahweh Ratazah, the Most High will look after you, man. You know, you gotta, this is how we show our faith, okay? So now let's jump from there. We're gonna go to Matthew. We're gonna go to Matthew 9:37. And we'll read down to 38. It says, then saith he unto his disciples, the harvest truly is plenteous, but the laborers are few. Pray ye therefore the Lord of the harvest that he will send forth laborers into his harvest. You know, because there's a lot of brothers that's woken up to this truth, man. But there's a lot of brothers that will not be called, you know. The laborers are few, man. There's many called, but few are chosen. You know, because Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you know, put the light on certain brothers, man. But now, you know, you don't see them anymore, man. You know, the Most High got rid of their oil, and the Most High got rid of their light, man. They're back in the darkness. They're back in the world. The laborers are few, man. There's only a few men out here that has the spirit to labor. What does labor mean? Work. Labor means work, man. So, you know, there's only going to be a few laborers, and that's what Yahweh Shem Yahushai is looking for. They're looking for their servants, man. They're looking for their workers. They're looking for the ones that's going to come out here and warn the people, to teach the people, and get them to a better understanding of why you're an Israelite, why this place is going down, why you know what you know, okay? You know, because we are, like I said, Lord willing, we are the ones who's going to be part of that 144,000, man. But we don't know, you know, but it says make your election sure. So how do you make your election sure? Doing the work, man, and following the commandments, statutes, and laws. You got to, you know, get to the point where you be like, all right, man, I'm ready to open my mouth, you know? I mean, you know, it's only so long that you can get into these scriptures and just, you know, read and read and read and read and read and study and study and study. Like I said, man, you get to a certain level, you be like, okay, well, at least I can go out and I can speak on what I know, you know, and everything like that. You know, you play your position within that camp, you know. And then when, you know, the spirit, when it's time, you know, other brothers will come in, you know, to help out or whatever, or to take over for speaking or something like that. But at least you are out there to help, you know. And that's the point, man. You're out there to help, and, you know, and you were showing your faith by doing the work. So now let's jump from there. We're going to go to Romans. We're going to go to Romans 12:1. It says, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto Yahweh, which is your reasonable service. See, reasonable service, man. Because we are ultimately the servants. Because we're out here speaking the word, man. We're making our body a living sacrifice. You know? We're out there, you know what I'm saying, condemning this place. You know, you never know what might can happen. You know, in the past, certain brothers got arrested because of speaking the truth. You know, you might be in front of a certain business and they don't like what you're saying, so then they'll call the police on you. You got to relocate and things like that. Fights break out because, you know, Satan is doing his part. Satan is out there making, you know, trying to get brothers distracted because, you know, just like in another video I saw a while ago where ISUPK, I think it's what the Dallas camp, I'm not sure, I forget, but you know, the GMS whatever group from GMS they was over here trying to preach the word. The ISUPK right behind them speaking loud as hell, not giving any type of regard to them, over here trying to preach and speak in the same place. I'm like, man, you could have went down the street, or you could have went another area, man. And you know, and that's Satan, man. You know, saying working with the demons, man. You never know what can happen, man. You make your body a living sacrifice, you know? And ultimately, that's what you will do once this place goes down, because just like Yahushua, when he was the ultimate sacrifice, he was a sacrificial lamb, like the scriptures say, you know? He was the ultimate sacrifice. Why? Because he died for our sins, man, you know? So we're going to be in that same way, man, because there are going to be a lot of brothers who will have to keep their faith until death. It's a sacrifice, man. You sacrificing your life for Yahweh Ba'ashem and Yahushua, man. You know? But in this scripture, it say living sacrifice. Why does it say living sacrifice? Because every time we go out to those highways and the byways, man, you know, like I said, you presenting yourself in front of the world, man. This city, this world is crazy. This world is crazy, man, you know? This is every single one of these people are demons. You know, if you're not part of this truth, then man, you know, you might you might have some understanding and everything like that. But hey, man, demons are more than likely it's easier for them to take you over or to make you think in a different way, man, because you don't know what name to call on and everything like that. So you could be clean, man. So you got to make yourself a living sacrifice, man. You know, you gotta get out there if you can, man. You got to get out there, at least, you know, having in the back of your mind, like, hey, yeah, one day, yeah, I got to do this. You know, I got to do this. You know, if the spirit get on you where, man, every time you try or something just happens, it's like I said, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua can keep you in a position where he be like, I don't want you to teach. That's just how it is, you know? Hey, but, you know, you can still keep that knowledge and still keep that faith, you know, still be like, I'm still not going to take that chip. I'm still not going to eat pork. I'm still not going to smoke. You know, stuff like that, man. Okay? So now let's jump from there. We're going to go to Nehemiah. Nehemiah 8:1 and 1 through 4. It says, and all the people gathered themselves together as one man into the street that was before the water gate. And they spake unto Ezra the scribe to bring the book of the law of Moses, which the Lord had commanded to Israel. Now see, it says right here, all the people gathered themselves together as one man into the street. Why does it say as one man into the street? Because all of these brothers are coming together to teach the same thing. We're all within one accord. We don't have any brothers that have one doctrine. We don't have another brother that speaks another. We all rotate off the same engine, man. We all run off the same engine, man. We all got that oil and we put it within that same engine so that car can keep running, man. You know? And like it says, into the street. To the street. That's where you teach the word at, man. In the streets. It's very important to teach in those streets, man. This is verse 2. And it says, and Ezra the priest brought the law before the congregation, both of men and women, and all that could hear with understanding upon the first day of the 7th month. And he read therein before the street that was before the water gate from the morning until midday, before the men and the women, and those that could understand. And the ears of all the people were attentive to the book of the law. And go attend to the book of the law, showing you that they was teaching the scriptures. And Ezra the scribe stood upon a pulpit of wood, and which they had made for the purpose, and beside him stood Mattathiah and Shema, Anaiah and Urijah and Hilkiah and Maaseiah on his right hand, and on his left hand Pedaiah and Mishael and Malchiah and Hashum and Hasbadana, Zechariah and Meshullam. Now that pulpit of wood is a representation of what the brothers have now, man. Like when you watch the camp videos, they'll have that big thing of wood with the 12 tribes name on it, man. You know, they'll have the so then that can kind of be like Apostle Tahar said, like the hook, you know, because when you walk past, man, you know, it's like a presentation, you know. You walk past, you're not just hearing them speak, but now you walk past, you look at that sign, and you'll recognize yourself within the first glance, so to speak. You know, not immediately, you know, because it's just up to the Most High whether He want to open your eyes to this fully or not. But you'll see the sign, and you'll see Judah, and then on the right next to it, you'll see Negroes. That'll gets your attention. You'll be like, huh? And you'll listen to what they saying, and then you'll probably stand there, and then you'll listen to what's going on. You'll be like, hold on, I'm trying to see like what this is about, because I'm on this side. What does this have to do with me? You know? And so when you look at it, and then you look at the other nations, you'll be like, hold on, this is something doing with the scriptures, you know? You don't see this anywhere else, man. You don't see this in churches and everything like that. So that wood, man, is important, man. Like I said, it's the hook. It's to be like, oh, okay, what is this? And then, you know, like I said, Lord willing, man, you'll stand there and you'll listen and you'll ask questions. And then Yahweh Ratazah, man, he'll get you in this. Or you just be, you know, have your eyes blinded from the get-go, man, you know. That's just how it might be, man. You know, you just might be sealed to be a 2/3, because that's just how your spirit is, and the Most High not dealing with you. But hey, man, if the Most High dealing with you, man, hey, take that diligently, be humble, and get to this understanding, man. Okay? So now I got a few more. We're going to jump to Luke. We're going to jump to Luke 14 and 16. And we're gonna read the let me see. We'll read to we'll read to 21. Then said he, this is Luke 14 and 16. Then said he unto him, a certain man made a great supper and bade many, and sent his servant at supper time to say to them that were abiding, come, for all things are now ready. And they all with one consent began to make excuse. The first said unto him, I have bought a piece of ground, and I must needs go and see it. I pray thee have me excused. And another said, I have bought 5 yoke of oxen, and I go to prove them. I pray thee have me excused. And another said, I have married a wife, and therefore I cannot come. So that servant came and shewed his lord these things. Then the master of the house, being angry, said to his servant, go out quickly into the streets and lanes of the city, and bring in hither the poor, and the maimed, and the halt, and the blind. And the servant said, Lord, it is done as thou hast commanded, and yet there is room. Now it says right there in verse 21, go out quickly into the streets and lanes of the city, and bring in hither the poor, and the maimed, and the halt, and the blind. The poor are not the minorities, which is consists of the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Are we not the poorest of this world, man? You know, he said the hind, the halt, we're stopped. You know, our backs are against the wall, man. You know, then it says the blind, we're blind. Why? Because we don't know this truth, man. We're still living, you know, a lot of our people still living in Christianity or whatever religion they want to be a part of, or they just want to be an atheist, or they don't want to be a part of no religion. They just want to go off their own mind, you know, things like that. And so we're the blind, man. You know, said go out to the streets and in the lanes of the city and awake our people. Awake our people, man. It's very important. Hey, and this is Yahweh speaking. Said go out to the streets, man. You gotta go out to the streets. Like I said, man, you know, COVID is going on right now, and it's a lot of there's some cities that still can't go out and everything like that. But hey, that's like this one brother said on the video not too long ago. He'd be like, man, they're gonna be pissed when it's time to go, and then they be like, okay, it's time to go back out to these streets, man, because now it's gonna be a lot to say. It's gonna be a lot to say, because we know we getting to the end of this thing, man. So the word is gonna get out there, man, because and the thing is, it's gonna get out there stronger, because now the elect is about to be sealed. The elect is about to be sealed. The 144,000 are about to wake up, man. And as soon as that happens, man, then it's curtains for this place. It's curtains. It's over with. So we got to do that, man. We don't want to be here. We don't want to stay living here, man. This world is bullshit. We want to get out of here, man. So if we want to get out of here, man, we got to awake our people. We got to teach this word. That's the only way they can know. They can't just, you know, wake up one day and be like, yep, I'm an Israelite. Yep, I'm not going to take the chip. They got to learn this from a man. Okay? So Now let's jump from there. We're gonna go to Isaiah. Isaiah 58:1. Now this is what you see when you go out into when you look at the camp videos. It says, "Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and shew my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sins." Lift up your voice like a trumpet. That's why you be seeing those camp videos. They be, they yell. They make their voice known. It's so that way people can, look. They be like, man, what they talking about, man? They going in over there, And it says, "Shew my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sins." Show them, teach them what you're doing wrong. Because they might come up and listen. Then they might be, you might see a Jake, a brother. He might not have a beard on his face. You ask him, be like, "Hey man, can you grow a beard?" He'd be like, "Yeah, I can grow one." Be like, "Hey man, this is in the scriptures, man. You're supposed to have a beard. You're not supposed to shave it off. Hey man, you just got your hair cut. You're not supposed to get a lining. And you see you got that cigarette in your hand. You're not supposed to be smoking." And so forth and so on, man. Show them their transgressions and sins. Let them know. Like, hey, what you doing is wrong, and if you keep doing it, man, Yahweh Shai is gonna destroy you, and it's not gonna be a special, and it's not gonna be an easy death for a lot of you, man. Because you've been warned. This is why we go out to the highways and the byways to warn you, man, because this is gonna be the most hellacious, if that's even a word, destruction ever, man. Because this is the last kingdom anybody will rule, man. No more heathens will rule this world anymore after this. So this place got to go out with a bang, and it will. And it will. So we got to warn the people, man. We got to warn the people. Tell them their transgressions. Tell them their sins. Wake them up. Be like, "Hey, man, get out of that spirit, man. This ain't the time to be bullshitting." So now we going to go to James. Let's go to James 2:17. It says, "Even so, faith, if it hath not works, is dead, being alone. Yeah, a man may say, Thou hast faith, and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will shew thee my faith by my works." See that? We're going to show our faith by our works. We're just not going to believe in it. We're not just going to wake up, like these celebrities. "Yeah, I'm an Israelite. Yeah, let's talk about it, man. Let's be an Israelite. Yeah, I know that I'm a Hebrew. I know this." Hey, okay, cool. You now what? You know that you're an Israelite. Now what? It's time to move on to the next level. It's time to move on to the next level. It's time to study the scriptures. Let's see what these brothers out here was talking about. Let's see exactly what this motive is. Why are they out here going so hard? How come they're angry? How come they're telling you to repent now and all of these other things, man? It's time to get deep into it. It's time to start learning this, man. We show our faith by our works. We just don't be like, "I'm an Israelite," and learn a couple of scriptures and then stay in the crib. Hey man, we gonna show our faith by our works, man. You can be like, "Hey, you know how much I believe in Yahweh Shai? Look at these videos. Look every Saturday. Come meet us here." We gotta do what we gotta do, man. We gotta put it in, man. I'm gonna find this. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna get one more. Because like I said, man, it's very important to learn this word and to teach it. You gotta teach it. Hold on 1 second. So it's tweaking. Oh well, never mind. It's not popping up. Oh well, it's okay. But yeah, man. So with that, man, like I said, you got to go out and you got to do this work, okay? You got to warn the people. You got to get to the point where you can use YouTube as a stepping stone, so to speak, you know, because you can get out into the, you know, do the YouTube videos, do some sit downs, get used to speaking about this, you know. And then the more and more you get used to doing the videos, man, that could build you up to the point where you like, okay, now I'm ready to go out into the battlefield, you know. You start meditating on scriptures and everything like that. You start understanding where certain scriptures are off the top of your head. You know, you might not be a master at it, but at least you know where certain things are, you know. And then you might be hearing a brother speak, and something he said might remind you of a certain scripture. They be like, oh yeah, I know that. And then, you know, it'll pop in your head, you know, the spirit will work with you, man. But, you know, like I said, you just got to play your part, man. Like I said, not all brothers are going to teach, but if you have this word, man, if you can, then, you know, we recommend that you do. Because we're trying to wake up the elect. We're trying to wake up the 1/3 so we get out of here. We can tired of Esau's place, man. We don't want to be here no more. We trying to get to the other side, man. So, like I said, it's very important to do the work. If you can, man, go out there, man. Let's go. It's time to get serious, man. Because we almost at the end of this thing. It's almost over. So with that, I'm gonna say Kal Halal, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Bakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstone, which I learned is true from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing this word through the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Akwat that's listening and learning. And Yahweh Ratzazah, I'll be back with another lesson. Shalom.